After we conclude benching, and before we begin Hallel, we open the door, what we conventionally refer to as opening the door for Eliyahu. But the question is, what exactly is the significance of this door opening? So I saw a really unique explanation from Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, who suggested, based on the Gemara in Pesachim, that in ancient times, when the Karban Pesach was eaten in Jerusalem, the halacha was the Karban Pesach all had to be eaten on ground floor. One of the unusual features of the halachic parameters of the city of Jerusalem is that the sanctity of Jerusalem only devolved on the ground floor. That anything that halachically needed to be eaten in the city of Jerusalem could not be eaten on any rooftops or any second floor, only on ground floor dwellings. So the eating the Karban Pesach was all done with the entire group, the entire Chabura, crammed in to a room for the recitation of the Haggadah and the consumption of the Karban Pesach, and we're not allowed to leave. And again, of course, there is a prohibition from taking any of the Karban Pesach out of the home. Came, though, the time for benching, when the meal came to an end, just as we do today, and the singing of Hallel was about to resume. Rav Shlomo Zalman taught, and again based on the Gemara, the Jews would then exit their homes and go up to the rooftops, and there in the balmy air of a Jerusalem spring night would sing Hallel in chorus together with all of the other Jews of the city. And that, again, there was almost like a rolling sound as Jews at their own pace would finish their meals and go up to their roofs to sing Hallel. And so all of Jerusalem became one tremendous chorus of Hallel singing out to Hashem together. And says Rav Shlomo Zalman, when we open up our doors, we are doing this in memory and perhaps in prediction of how that was done in ancient times and how it will be done during the time of the Third Temple. Seen this way, opening the door at the end of benching is really an introduction to Hallel, and is really kind of setting the mood for us, that we need to think of ourselves at this point. And again, it's interesting to note that the Levush writes that the reason why we split Hallel is that the first half of Hallel, said at the beginning of the meal, focused on the Exodus, whereas the second half of the Hallel focuses on the final redemption. And that he suggests that that's really the theme of the end of the Seder, is moving us not just from looking back, but to looking forward as well to the final redemption. So perhaps when we open our doors at the end of the Seder, it's to infuse our Hallel with a certain feeling, with a sense of imagining what it would be like not just to sit together with our family, but really with the entire Jewish people, to make one chorus of singing Hallel in really the beautiful music of Pesach.